So the budget we're asking for speaks to better training, it speaks to better equipment, it speaks to all those things that we're hoping to be able to accomplish moving into the future.
Bigger issue, recruitment or retaining these officials?
They're both just the same, right? You've got to have that institutional knowledge from the folks that have been there for a while. They've seen it, they've done it. Those are the folks who are going to bring those new generations into that fold. Election administration is really complicated. I liken it to an iPhone. You can talk to someone across the world. It's really easy. But once you get into the chemistry and the physics and the engineering, it's complicated. So we've got to have career professionals who know what they're doing so that we can just go in, vote, and trust the folks that are doing it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of the budgets, the things that you want as far as a budget increase, additional funds and stuff, were not included in the governor's idea for a budget. What's going on with that?
Well, you know, we've got priorities that are based on what the staff told us before the December 30th deadline we were given to turn it in. We utilized the staff that was in the Secretary's office in late December to make our recommendations. And, you know, folks are going to look at things in different ways. We are on the ground with the best elections administration team that the Secretary of State's office has ever seen. More years of experience on the ground in counties making these things happen. They know what the counties need. They know what that office needs. I trust their judgment, and that's the budget we put forward.
Indeed, but she's the former Secretary of State. She knows what that office is all about, too. Is there a disconnect going on here?
Well, you're going to have to ask the governor to describe her priorities. My priorities are based on data. They're based on the folks who actually do the job in that office. And they're based on the needs of all 15 counties are looking at and the stuff that they've got to have. For example, our voter registration system statewide supports directly and daily 13 of our counties. We've got to update and upgrade that system and the security that really locks down that system and get some techs in there to help move it forward day in and day out, because that's really the primary source of the basic piece of information for all of our systems. That's just one example, Ted. We need to fully fund these things at the state level and not just push the cost down to the counties.